Our third speaker is John Shanahan. Jamie, John Shanahan.
5 years ago, my brother-in-law Greg went through a really hard time. His daughter passed away, his marriage fell apart, and his dog of 14 years died. Well, my wife thought it would be a really good idea to cure Greg's sadness would be to buy him a new dog. And that's how Jamie, the border collie, came into the family. If any of you know anything about border collies, one word. Anybody own a border collie? Energy. I heard it out there. Jamie had energy, and energy is something that Greg lacked at that time. Greg came to life. It was a beautiful thing, the relationship that developed between Greg and Jamie. Greg had 5 acres. Jamie could run around 5 acres. And Greg was an airline mechanic, airplane mechanic, and he had his own hangar. So Jamie would go down, and she was the shop dog. On January 2nd of this year, my brother Greg passed away of a heart attack. He was skiing at Badger Pass. Guess who inherited? Jamie. So along with our grief, working through that, we have a border collie at our house. There's a few problems with that. We live on a city lot. My wife and I both have full-time jobs, and they're not in an airplane hangar. So we were faced with a tough decision. What do we do with Jamie? So we started trying to adopt her out. And we found Northern Nevada Border Collie Rescue. And a 5.5-hour drive that we told her all of the quirks and things about Jamie. They said, bring her, all these things are normal behavior for a border collie. We got there, day 1, she emailed us back after the first day. It was an emotional departure. Jamie's doing great, mixed in with the new dogs. Day 3, come get this dog. She no longer had a name. It was just this dog. She also added, you should have told us she has a few screws loose. If you're not here by tomorrow at this time, I'm putting her down. Another 5 hours. This was the day before Greg's funeral. We drove and picked up Jamie and brought her back home. We tried to adopt her again. One day. Come get this dog. Now Jamie had a few quirks. So we thought we'll hire a trainer. So we invested in a trainer to come and work with Jamie. He spent a full day with her. At the end of the day, he said, I've never seen a dog like this. He says, these dogs are meant to work. She's not ever going to be a good pet. He said she would be unadoptable if you brought her to the SPCA. He left. He said no charge. So we had a tough decision to make. Jamie, I'm sitting having a cup of coffee. Jamie is circling the picnic table. Circling the picnic table. Circling the picnic table. She'd be a great trail runner. Every time she would look up at me and go, what are we gonna do? Circle again, what are we gonna do? This wouldn't go on for a minute, wouldn't go on for 5 minutes. We're talking nonstop till I get up. So after that exhausting cup of coffee, I said I need to take a walk. I normally go through the neighborhoods. I live in Rockland, as I mentioned, a city block. But I wanted to find a place that Jamie could run free that day. So I was contemplating the fate of Jamie. So I crossed the railroad tracks, I went up private property. There's a place called Clover Valley, and I looked over in the distance and I saw some goats grazing on the hillside, and I thought, oh man, wouldn't that be great? If only like she had a shepherd. But finding a shepherd in Rockland is pretty unlikely, as you know. On the private road, I hear an ATV coming up behind me, and I've been kicked off of this road many times. I hike and I run back there, and I like Clover Valley, if any of you ever know where it is. It's not so that far. And I thought, here it goes again. And two guys pulled up in their ATV. They had a border collie on the seat of the ATV. He says, those sheep over there, those goats, we're the shepherds. Can we buy your dog? 15-minute conversation. I'm handing him the leash, and I'm walking home alone. Jamie she's like, we went back and visited her 2 weeks later, and she was top dog. She was running around the herd of the baby, they call those kids, and I don't know what you call a mother goat, but the mother goats and the kids. And she was in her element. She didn't even care that we were there. She just kept circling and circling. I'm certain Greg had something to do with this. So my fellow Toastmasters and friends, I share this story of Jaime to remind you to keep searching for the shepherds in your life. On that Sunday, 2 angels found us, and they delivered Jaime from a life of uncertainty, anxiety, and confusion to a place of mentorship, direction, and purpose. Jaime had found her purpose. She was paired up with Luna, the other dog. Have you ever felt like Jaime? What I learned from this unlikely encounter, when things seem impossible, take a different path. The angels will always find you.